Hello, this is Trey. Today I will be discussing how this pandemic affects our behavior and psychological well-being. Want to know why? You came to the right place, but before that, would you like to consider subscribing to my blogs and hit that like button and notification bell for weekly updates here on Trey Talk. There are a whole range of factors involved in how the situation will unfold. This will range from individual level, for example, individual adherence to official guidelines, to the group level, for example, how small, larger groups will regulate their behavior and norms to limit the spread, and finally, the national level, example, what guidance will be provided and how, as well as how movements in and out of the countries will be managed. So the answer is quite tricky. No definite outcomes can be predicted. Importantly, I think that the viral outbreak shows us more things about the psychological makeup of our society than about itself. But for example, it shows us why people might mistrust scientific evidence or the authorities trying to contain the spread and protect the public health. It also shows us the dominant ideological patterns of history, inclusion or exclusion. For example, during the outbreak, we noted that the hostile sentiments were expressed against people from China, whereas the group, for example, refugees, were stigmatized as carriers of the disease. However, it is crucial to remember that this is not the outbreak that created racist attitudes. The latter were always there, and the virus simply operated as a platform through which they could be expressed. The virus holds a mirror to the society and identifies those that argue in relation to it. So in addition to behavioral change at the individual level, a successful response will try to tackle wider issues such as racism, stigma, and other marginalized of minority groups that might prevent them from having access to crucial information and support. On my final note, the impact of the pandemic on mental health could lead to a longer-term erosion of people's physical health, further affecting their ability to lead fulfilling lives. The unequal impact of pandemic might lead to a widening of pre-existing health inequalities, such as affecting people who have not previously experienced poor mental health. Failing to evaluate and invest in mental health during the pandemic risks storing up significant mental and physical health problems for the future at a great human and economic costs. That's all, folks. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you next week here on Trey Talk. Keep safe and have a good weekend. Bye.